peace be upon you. Salam sejahtera dan salam satu Malaysia. Yang berbahagia Bishop Philip Locke, Bishop of the Lutheran Church in Malaysia, and our esteemed host, Bishop Datuk Seri, Chairman of the Christian Federation of Malaysia, Archbishop Sri Murphy Pakiam, Archbishop of Kuala Lumpur, representing the Catholic bishops, Reverend Dr. Yu Hong Seng, Chairman of the National Evangelical Christian Fellowship, Honorable Ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to be with all of you here this afternoon to share the joy of Christmas and to engage the Christian community in Malaysia. I am especially pleased that my wife and I are able to share with you this very special occasion. And I'm pleased to be present at an event that brings together joy and happiness to all Christians, and enable all Malaysians to share and celebrate together in peace and harmony. The Christian community in Malaysia is indeed a well-established and settled community. From the earliest missions who left Europe and traveled to the Far East to spread knowledge through education, the Christian community has contributed much to the development of Malaysia and her people. I too am a product of the mission schools, having spent my formative years at St. John's Primary School in Kuala Lumpur and subsequently secondary school up to Form 3. The values inculcated in me, namely hard work, tenacity, diligence, and integrity, serves me well, especially given my position now as head of the government. Also, many prominent Christian leaders in the government and corporate sphere are a clear vindication of the quality of education provided by the mission schools. But the contribution of the Christian community stretches beyond just education. The many welfare homes, legal aid clinics, outreach and protection programs, and others that are run solely due to the innate goodwill of the Christian community makes Malaysia a much better place for all of us to live in. For that, you have my sincere appreciation and affection, and I would like for all these organizations to work more closely with the Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development to further extend its outreach and accentuate its effectiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, beyond that, I also believe that we must further the course of dialogue and discuss by continuing to engage one another constructively. I'm pleased to note that we have for the past 3 years a permanent dialogue mechanism in the Committee on Promoting Harmony and Understanding amongst religious adherents, headed by Dr. Azman Amin Hassan, who is also Director General of the Department of National Unity and Integration. It is comforting that the Christian leaders are active participants in this committee, and I am encouraged by your enthusiasm to improve inter-religious relations in Malaysia. None of us should fear constructive dialogue, because we can only respect and appreciate one another more if we know one another better. While I accept that building and nurturing relationships are time-intensive, however, we must continue to do so in the best interest of Malaysia, which must always be the overriding objective of all communities in Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia, with its close historical links with Islamic countries, with China, with India, coupled with our multi-ethnic population, must appropriately harness this as a strategic advantage as we stare at the challenges of globalization and economic change. We have also formulated policies to reflect this advantage, and we will continue to do so in the spirit of Malaysia, truly Asia. In view of the challenges we face, the government has devised the One Malaysia, People First Performance Now concept and philosophy that is anchored on our Constitution, the Rukun Negara, and ultimately a vision to see Malaysia as a developed nation by the year 2020. For a long time now, we have spoken to the language of tolerance, meaning we tolerate for the sake of doing so, while obviating the need to accept, respect, and celebrate our diversity. Under the One Malaysia concept, I have challenged everyone to take a quantum leap or a leap of faith by advocating the concept of acceptance. I believe for us to thrive and truly deliver an organic and durable unity, we must be ready to accept our diversity as a gift from God and our innate strength. From then on, we should move towards celebrating this diversity. And I believe the nomenclature of pendatang will soon be a thing of the past. However, for us to succeed, we need copious amount of goodwill and understanding. We can only realize this aspiration by fostering and nurturing mutual understanding and respect. In view of this, we encourage dialogue and discourse, and we have been cautious to do so in the context of our diversity and challenges it poses. Ladies and gentlemen, I am certain we will succeed because option, or rather failure, is not an option. I'm always mindful of the words of Abraham Lincoln when accepting the Republican nomination in 1858. A house divided against itself cannot stand. And that is true as well for the nation. Malaysia has been fortunate enough to enjoy steady economic growth that has in turn lifted millions out of the clutches of poverty, and the opportunity to succeed remains within the reach of every Malaysian who is ready to work for it. However, we have also come to realize that there is a need to continuously assist the less fortunate, and in doing so, we must level the playing field. In view of that, one of the key thrusts of the concept of One Malaysia is social justice. Social justice, to me, is a key component in ensuring that everyone, irrespective of race or religion, is given the opportunity and means or tools to succeed. It is my unflinching belief that the promise of Malaysia must extend to every Malaysian, and as the government, we must facilitate this. We must also preach moderation. The global movement of the moderates is a clarion call for all communities to embrace moderation as a civic duty and eschew extremism. I urge the moderates, all moderates in Malaysia, to stand with me and journey with me as we seek to transform and remake Malaysia. However, the transformation is not just about the economy or the government delivery system. I have also embarked on a political transformation program that witnessed the repeal of various acts of parliament that are no longer in sync with the legal and political norms of today. The repeal of the Internal Security Act, the Emergency Ordinance, the Banishment Act, the Restricted Residence Act, as well as amendment of the Printing Press and Publications Act to dispense with the need for printing press to renew their licenses annually, is a cogent example of my administration's commitment to promote a culture of respect for human rights and fundamental liberties, and this is very much in consonance with the beliefs of Christians who respect and value fundamental liberties. Ladies and gentlemen, in all the rapid changes that we are currently underway in every sphere of our lives, for example, with the upheaval in the Middle East, serves as a cogent reminder that revolutions are always not the best practice, given the violence and discord that have followed the removal of dictatorships or autocratic leaders in those countries. I appeal to the Christian community in Malaysia to join us on this journey of change, this journey of renewal, as we all seek a better Malaysia than the one that we have today. I understand that many of you have at times felt a sense of despondency that not enough is being done by the government to engage the Christian community. But I must in good conscience state that we have in fact achieved quite a lot with subtle engagement away from the glare of publicity. The recent decision of the government to lift the restriction on Christians to do their pilgrimage in Jerusalem is a clear example, manifestation of the position of the government to recognize the special needs of the Christian community. Because I believe that a God-fearing Christian with strong values would be good for Malaysia. And as you know, we have made a very historic decision to have full diplomatic relations with the Vatican. And I personally enjoyed my meeting with the Pope. And I would like here to make a special mention on the presence of Monsignor Marek Zalewski, Chargé d'Affaires of the Holy See, who I believe is present with us here today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the inclusivity that I'm seeking to foment, because I believe there's a place for all of us under the Malaysian sun. This country is large enough for all our aspirations, and we must work together to make this a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also here today to once again offer my hand of friendship with the government to embrace the Christian community and share your goodwill. I do not want to be a Prime Minister for only a section of the community, but a Prime Minister for all Malaysians, and I've said this repeatedly. This is my commitment to you, and do not for a moment think that you have been forgotten. The countless personal interactions I've had with church leaders show that I have not forgotten the church community, the Christian community, as some have alleged. In fact, every community, be it an ethnic or religious community, is important to the government, and we cannot exclude anyone. I end my speech today with a solemn message and unyielding belief that our best days are ahead of us, that Vision 2020 is indeed achievable if we are united in our resolve and purpose. And we must stand together as Malaysians, confident of ourselves and of our abilities. With that, on behalf of the Malaysian government, on behalf of all my colleagues here, and the people of Malaysia, I wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you very much, Datuk Seri, for the Christmas message. Ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister of Malaysia.